Okay, I have a theory. I have to talk to you guys. Okay, I'm wearing a sweater. There's bows on it. I just took my dog outside. Hey, hi, how's it going? Okay, so let's have a conversation. Okay, now I'm gonna go on a hypothetical here. Okay, we're gonna go on a hypothetical. It's not for certain. I don't know this for certainly. I don't know this for certain, but I'm just gonna say this. Okay, Charlie Kirk. Okay, hear me out. Now, we look at the wound that Charlie Kirk had. It was obviously not done by the kind of gun they said it was done by. We know that. What if he didn't die? He could be paralyzed. He could be in the witness protection program. But they said that he was dead, just in case it was somebody from a foreign or a terrorist or something along those lines, just because they weren't certain of who actually did it. I don't think he's dead. I don't think he's dead. I do not think he's dead. I, in fact, almost am certain he's not dead. The way that Erica acted, the way that everybody really acted, was just weird. And it just didn't really make a lot of sense, right? Like, it was like they were acting, right? Obviously, Charlie Kirk was a real influencer, and obviously but there's something weird about it. There's something weird about it. And I don't think that Erica did it, and I think that's why she's getting so angry at people. I think that's why she's getting so angry. That's why she made the comment about the money with Candace Owens. He's not dead, dude. He's not dead. I know he's not dead. I know he's not dead. I can feel him on the map. I can energetically go to, like, I can physically, like, feel his energy, and I can pinpoint it on a map, and I could walk up to him, and I could smack him on the back of the head if I wanted to. Right? I could do that. I can do that to anyone, really, if they're alive. If they're dead, it's on a different plane. Right? It's on a different plane. And for a while, I thought that maybe he was, like, in the in-between, but, like, stayed behind, like, he wasn't, like, he didn't think he was dead. Like, okay, it could be that, right? His spirit could be dead, but, like, he didn't cross over all the way, and he still feels like he's living, but he's in a very fugue-like state. That could be another thing that it is. He could actually be dead, but still lingering in this realm, but as a ghost. That is another thing it could be. It could go either way. I probably sound like a crazy person right now, but he did die in a slightly traumatic, like, odd, like, it was not expected, right? It was completely, like, 1 second you're alive and the next second you're not. Like, it wasn't, like, it was so abrupt, like, nobody saw it coming. Nobody saw it coming. And that's what kind of makes me, I don't know. It could be either way. Could be either way. But he could be straight up paralyzed, dude. He could be a vegetable. He could be brain dead. He could literally, like, not be, like, if they shot him in the fucking neck, right? Like, in the neck, like, you have to think, like, there's definitely some damage that happens, right? If you were to, something like that were to happen. But, I don't know how the witness protection program works, but I just know that the way that people acted was just very strange. And I don't think that Tyler Robinson killed him, but I could see Tyler Robinson having shot him but not killed him. I could see that. 1,000%. You can't go for the death penalty on that. You can't. And so I'm not sure. I don't remember if they said that anyways, maybe I'm crazy. I might be crazy. Maybe I'm crazy. I definitely am. Definitely am a little bit mad. So, let's move over here and do this. Hello. My dog's not feeling super good right now. She got shot in the neck, so you have to think like my mom, one of her friends, like I remember he like just like a random story, but I can't remember his name. I think it was Kenny something. I don't remember. That's my little brother's name though too. But he like they were like going, and they like jumped like they were like jumping off a rock into a body of water, and he like hit the rock and he was paralyzed from like the neck down or something like that. Right? So it's not like there was probably some serious fucking damage done to him to the point where he's never going to be the same, I bet you. But something just tells me that he's not dead. I don't know why. Something just tells me that he's not dead. You know why? Like, I feel like if he were dead, I don't know. Somebody just told me he's not. But let's take a look and see what we have. Alright. I changed my name again. It's almost Christmas. The Tower. The Seven of Cups and the Seven of Swords. The Emperor. The Emperor's over there too. We're going to do all signs, I think, right now. So at 7 minutes, we're going to start Aries. Okay? We're just going to do a few cards for each one. I just want to get the whole map out. Actually, we're going to start with Cancer. So we're going to start Cancer at 7 minutes. The Devil reversed is what flipped out on the top of it. Let's see. Cancer. Death. Notice how the roses around him are white. There's no red in them. A lot of times when you see vampires, they go for the red energy, right? That's usually like, that's like the traditional color that vampires go for. Red or blue, right? Raising from the dead. Coming back from the dead. The Eight of Cups is in reverse. The Hermit. And the Queen of Wands in reverse. The Eight of Cups is reversed. What does the Eight of Cups reversed mean? I gotta get a guidebook, because like I could try and interpret it, but there's gonna be something I'm gonna miss. Anyone will work. The first one that comes to my hand. Let's see. This one. jazz standard. I'm looking in this box and I'm not seeing them. I can't reach anything in here. Ugh. You just get the whole box down. Fuck. Bastards. Oh my god, that's so fucking heavy. There's my exercise bands. I've been looking for those. Okay. Hey, up, books. Hey. I've been looking for this. For my side, like my gluteus, my glutes, my medius, glute medius, whatever the fuck you call it, the upper butt area. Okay. I got a tarot book right here. Ow, that fucking hurt my wrist, bitch. Alright. Alright. Let's use this one. 1, 2, 3. Ugh. Alright. I don't know what it is about this muscle right here, like, but it fucking hurts. Like, whenever I try to, like, go on the pole, and, like, I have to do, like, a hold like this, like, I'm on the, like this, it fucking hurts right here. I don't know why. Only on that side, though. It's so fucking annoying, dude. Like, it seriously fucking hurts every fucking time. I don't know why. And it's not, like you're using your muscle, but, like, it hurts like I'm not doing, like, I don't know. It's just weird. It's rather annoying, honestly. I don't know what's wrong with it, or like, why does it feel that way? Like, it does, like, it hurt, like, it's like, I don't know. It's like, it's fucking weird, dude. I'm pissed off about it too. Let's see. Death, we have forgiveness, recovery, and healing. The struggle is over. You have had the courage to end the destructive course of events you were locked into. Now that has happened, there is nothing to do about it other than accept it in its entirety. It's time to wake up to external reality and regain what you have lost. It does not matter how much work lies ahead, steady work will sort it out. Take one step at a time, do not stress about it. Even if it feels slow to begin with, it is well worth every effort. Trust your innate capacity for healing. Death. Maybe you did die. You know what, the one thing that I'm, like, the worst at, like, the absolute worst at, like, so fucking bad at, is energy signatures. Like, I'm really bad at that. That's the one thing I'm definitely really bad at. It's annoying, actually. Prolonged death, suffering, or sorrow. The process of death can be a very long, drawn-out, and painful process if you stubbornly or out of fear cling to the past and refuse to let go. It is well known that there can be pleasure found in pain, a sense of belonging and identity created through suffering. Emotional addiction to suffering can be as hard to let go of as it is to let go of any physical addiction. In fact, they often come hand in hand. To be able to cure a physical addiction, you must be prepared to also be cured of an emotional, spiritual, and mental level. Otherwise, it will never fully work. Okay. The afterlife. The afterlife is a concept that an essential part of an individual's identity or consciousness continues to exist after death. It is described in diverse ways in all religions, cults, and nature religions. Your status in the afterlife depends on your actions in this life, or karma. The afterlife played a significant role in the ancient Egyptian religion. When the body died, parts of its soul, known as Ka, the body double, and the Ba, the personality, would go out to the kingdom of the dead, while the soul dwelt in the fields of Aru. Osiris demanded work as restitution for the protection he provided. Arriving at your reward in the afterlife was a demanding ordeal, requiring a sin-free heart and the ability to recite the spells, passwords, and formulae of the Book of the Dead in the Hall of Two Truths The deceased heart was weighed against the shoe, the feather of truth and justice taken from the headdress of the goddess Ma'at. If the heart was lighter than the feather, you can pass on. But if it were heavier, you would be devoured by the demon Amit. AMMIT 111. And it takes you to wikipedia.org, wiki afterlife. The Tibetan Book of the Dead. I remember when I read or I didn't really read it, but like I was listening to it on YouTube, like on an audiobook. And you could even ask Buddhacron, because he was at work and I was at home, and I was, oh my God, I was listening to it, and I like had an orgasm, and it was talking about thunder at the beginning of it, and bitch, literally, I fell asleep, but the fucking thunder clapped so fucking loud. Like, it was a crazy clap of thunder. Like, I was like, oh, damn, dude. What the hell is happening here? Grandmother Greta. Okay, well, that was good times. I'm so happy I live alone now. Just saying, sorry. Okay, let's go to the next one. This fool could be dead, dude. Is he dead? He might be dead. Damn it! Okay, let's go to the next one. We're just gonna do the Cardinals. Yeah, we're gonna do the Cardinals. Yeah, we're just gonna do Cardinals. We'll do Libra next with, start Libra at 8. minutes. Sorry, we're just doing Cardinals. I don't have no time for all the other ones. I have no time for the other ones. No time. Sorry. I just don't. We're going Cardinal, that's it. That's all I have time for. And I'm going to take out the 4 queens for the Cardinals. I could take out the knights, but we're going to take out the queens for now. I have the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands out. Queen of Pentacles. Dude, is he dead? No fucking shit, he's dead, you fucking idiot. Oh, damn, dude, I don't know, I thought he wasn't dead. I feel like he could definitely be in the afterlife, but like super unaware that he's dead. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I don't know, maybe he's like just now kind of coming online a little bit, like coming, I don't know, sometimes it takes a little bit of time. Sometimes it takes time. Alright. So we'll do redo Cancer at the end, just because I didn't pull the queen out, but so we'll start now 18 minutes, 19 minutes. We'll do 19. 1909, okay. And for Libra, we're going to pull out the Queen of Wands for you. Alright, Libra. The North Node. Venus in Libra. The lightness of being. Notice the cherry blossoms. It looks like she's Asian. The lightness of being. 18. The North Node. Cherry blossoms are really interesting. When I first opened all of my chakras, I believe it was on like the 2-2, like it was 2-2, 2022 was the first time I ever opened all my chakras. And when I was doing the meditation, I heard the verse Jeremiah. And when in the book of Jeremiah, when he said to go to who I tell you to go to, and you will say what I tell you to say to them, and it doesn't matter how old you are, how young you are, how not ready you feel like you are, or how you might feel inferior, right? You're going to go to whoever your personal self is feeling. We have Cancer. Whoever your personal self is feeling like it's going to be just an internal voice, right? Like it's the voice inside of me. It's like the voice, but you can hear it kind of coming from a different part of the brain. Okay, so the different parts of the brain. I can get you the map of Kether if you need to, which is more of like a psychological thing, or it's a real medical thing. But there's sites in the brain where you can send specific frequencies to those sites of the brain, and at different intervals and for different periods of time, and it can cause different effects on your brain. What was I talking about? That's what I had done to me as a child, lens neurofeedback therapy, where they would send I was a guinea pig for it though, so I got it for free through Victims Assistance, actually. On, what was it, 915 Shipping Street, next to Tony's Tacos on Capitol Street in Salem, Oregon, and the Arctic Circle was there, but they pulled that down. What were they talking about? The South Node. What was I talking about? The lady that was the doctor at that place, was it 915 Shipping Street? I think so. It was a really weird situation. The lady that, they also made me a mask. They put like paper mache over my face, and I had to make a mask for myself. It was such a weird time, dude. Mars. What was I talking about? I lost it. Second house. Oh yeah, when I did my Kundalini the first time. Jeremiah chapter 1 was the verse that came to my head, and when I was thinking of the melting pot that came from the north, not the very first few chapters of Jeremiah, and instead of the melting pot, I saw cherry blossoms, and then I saw pumpkins. I think it's 188 days before the cherry blossoms blossom to the time that the pumpkins are ripe. So something about the number 188. or 188 days, 180 days. Right, we have 18 minutes. Capricorn. And Aries. Uranus and Libra. Uranus and Libra is coming through. Uranus and Libra. You could have Uranus and Libra. I got my Uranus and Libra. Sorry, you can't say that. No, I really do though. The first house and Neptune. I lost it. Is this long enough? Can I go now? Can I go now? I don't look at you guys enough, so I don't like it. I can't see you, to be completely honest with you. We say that the first house is the subconscious or the unconscious, or like, right? But I don't think it is. I think the house that we know the least about is the first house. It's the only house we can't see. I can see my nose a little bit. I can't look at my own face without another tool. I can see my feet just fine. I can feel when I step on something. I know when I'm wearing an uncomfortable pair of shoes. Sometimes I don't know why I get the thoughts I get in my head. Sometimes I don't know where they come from. Sometimes I don't know. But I do know if I'm stepping on something that's, that hurts my foot. I do know if I'm, if there's dog hair all over the floor, like I can feel it. It's really annoying. So I sweep my floor. Keep my feet clean. Maybe you need to sweep your floor. Vacuum. When was the last time you vacuumed? Are you walking on a floor full of trash right now? Because if you are, just get the fuck away from me. I don't want that energy around me. If you're walking on a bed, if your entire floor is full of trash right now, there's no place for you in my life. I have no need for you. You're excommunicated from the body of Christ. Cleanliness is next to godliness. Clean your life up. It's disgusting. Sorry, but I'll have no part of it. So I guess that's what Libra's saying. Libra's not doing messiness, right? We're not messy. If you know, every single thing that you wear, every single thing that you do in your life, through astrology, you'll begin to understand, in the house system, you'll begin to understand the way that people live their life will be a representation of how they treat other things in their life. Okay? You know, if somebody's the kind of person that's always putting their feet above their head, right? Maybe somebody's the kind of person where they like to sit with their legs like this. You maybe see that person as somebody that might think kind of lowly of themselves, or somebody that is learning to put others above themselves. Learning to get below people. I know for one thing though, I'm not your leg end. You don't want me to be your leg end. You want to be my leg end. You want to be my leg end. You want to be my leg end. You absolutely do. Every single human being in the world would want to. There's not a bad thing about it. Which is why I am completely confident in my ability to, when I'm ready to, when that comes into my life, to have the most miraculous, most amazing partner in the world. And I won't settle for somebody that's not that. Because I take the worst parts of me and I give away the best parts of me. All the good parts of me. Besides the moon. I do keep the moon. You know. But I give a lot more than I get. So, that's why I am 100% confident and able to say no to people if I don't feel like they are right for me. And I will. I don't feel bad about it. It doesn't hurt my feelings. I don't care if it hurts your feelings. I'm very able and capable of saying what I need and getting what I need and saying what I want. And if you're not what I want, I will tell you that you're not what I want. I will say it to your face. I will say it to your face, right? I'm not the kind of person that's going to sneak steal from you. If I'm going to take something from you, I'm going to let you know that I'm taking something from you and this is what's happening. Like I'm not a stealer. I'll straight take something from you if I'm going to take something from you. You know what I'm saying? There's two types of people in the world. There's two types of people in the world. There's people that will sneakily go around and take your energy. There's people that will sneakily go around and, steal your girl or steal your husband or, steal your clothes or, steal your money or steal your customers, or they'll do all sorts of weird shit to take the things that you have. South Node and Uranus. What came out for you? And the third house. By making the right connections, the idea and questions, and get your ideas going. I gotta go to work. Okay, I'm ready. So. Oh, vape pen. There it is. There's two types of people in the world, though. Right? You're not going to catch me sneak dissing, right? I'll say it straight to your face. I'll say it straight to your face. If I have something that I have to say, I will say it straight to your face. Straight to your face. You know? Straight to your face. Because I have integrity. Doesn't, what's his name, Sean, say that? And Yazoo Pong? Bah! You gotta go, dude. Oh, damn! Alright, well, this is a good one. You got a real bad attitude. Let's see. I can get this right here. So I gotta go to work in a minute. I haven't tried any. I got some new protein powder today. I got this stuff. Blueberry lemonade pre-workout. So I'm gonna drink that, and I'm gonna drink some protein powder. I got strawberry flavor this time. Let's look at it. So I got pink and blue. Because I used up all of my, where's that? Oh, okay. I used up all of my other stuff because I just got vanilla, like that's normally what I get is vanilla. I got strawberry this time. Delicious strawberry. $31 grams? Is that more than one? No, it's 24 grams per serving of protein. I wonder if it's good. I've never taken creatine. I don't work out enough for that. But I gotta go and exercise. I gotta do my core exercises. I started getting like a line, like right here, like very faintly, like right here, like the V line. Whoa. Really more so on one side than the other side. Very faint. I don't think I have it anymore, but it started coming through like a week ago when I was doing core exercise pretty intensely. My belly's still squishy though. Purity of purpose. Uranus, Sun, and Sagittarius. Purity of purpose. The South Node and Uranus. Uranus? Is it Uranus or Uranus? Lilith and Scorpio. I have that placement natally. Now, I have my true Lilith is in Libra, but my mean Lilith, so like unless you hit the true button, it is in Scorpio. It's at 3 degrees of Scorpio, conjunct Mercury, in the same sign as Chiron, in the 8th house. So there's definitely some energy in the 8th house that needs to be addressed for me. It can be intense, dude. It can be, not only is it intense, but it's really like something that is just like, I don't necessarily feel comfortable digging so deeply. Like, it's like, there's like some serious, like, fucking trauma. Like, it's not even anything that's happened in this life, but it's just like collectively, like, there's some serious, like, fucking trauma that I have to deal with there. Lilith and Scorpio it's Lilith and Scorpio. It's the North motherfucking node, bitch. What is this? The North node. It's in the 8th house in Scorpio. We also have Venus, the Sun, Juno, Mercury. I have all of them like in an 8th house, 7th house, stellium in Libra in the very end of Libra in the beginning of. It starts with Venus at 14 degrees of Libra. My sun is at 20 degrees of Libra. Juno is at, so those two are like, that's like a strong conjunction. And then my true Lilith, because it's an oscillating apogee, meaning it goes back and forth. So the true position, which is like the exact point that it was when I was born, is I believe at 13 or 12 degrees of Libra. Which Venus and Lilith would both be combust, my sun, meaning that the sun would be shining so bright that the Venus would not be able to be seen. So, but the sun is also in its fall in Libra. So it's kind of like my sun, my soul is surrounded by feminine energy. I don't know if that means that like my soul embodies all of those energies. Then we have Juno, which is the wife of Jupiter, which is Hera. Jupiter's with Pallas Athena in my 12th house. And then there's Mercury at 1 degree of Scorpio. Juno is at 29 degrees of Libra. And then Lilith, the mean position, which is the middle of the degrees. The middle? I don't know what that means. Is it the mean? I don't know how they would do that, actually. I don't know how they calculate that or why there's a true position or what their basis is on the, I believe they call it the mean position. What is the mean? So that's when you add up the number of numbers and then divide it by the number. No, that's not that. Is it that? I don't know. Something like that? I can't remember. That's fucking elementary school, bitch. You gotta be charged for that. Selena in Cancer. Moon in Cancer. I can't do any more of these, dude. I just don't give a fuck. Like, you're gonna have to catch me when I fucking care, bitch, because, like, I just don't, dude. I don't know what you want me to say. I don't care. I can keep reading these stupid cards, but what is the point? We got the answer. He's fucking dead, dude. He died. So, I don't know. But just under the pretense that he didn't die, do you think that they would tell you that? Or would they put him in the witness protection program and act like he's dead? Especially if they didn't know who did it, or if they thought that somebody was like coming after him from a different country, or if he was like a target from an unknown, right? We don't know. So he could be alive. I'm sorry to say that, but he really could be alive, dude. I'm sorry, Erica Kirk just acted so fucking weird. Like, there was something going on there, and I don't think that she killed him. I don't think she killed him. I think he's still alive. Could have also been a way to get money out of people. To get people to pay the money. Given a big plot to get money out of people. Very well. Could be. So. Maybe it'll be a Christmas miracle. Maybe he'll come back as Stephen Hawking from the fucking... from the dead. It's alive! Anyways. It's been 44 minutes. What have we been talking about? I don't remember. I gotta just like get my life together. Wash my hair or something. Alright. I'm done. I quit. I gotta go back to work now. You should look at these books. I got some books. Jean Chenol the Bowling. What's her name? This book right here. I like the beginning of my occult journey. Because the first person I ever heard of, like, occult-wise was Hecate. And I heard about her by this lady, Jean Shenolda Boulding. It's called The Goddess is in Every Woman. There is, it's a really interesting book actually. It's based off of like Jungian psychology, right? Or Jungian, she's a Jungian analyst. Or maybe there was a podcast by a Jungian analyst. There's Aphrodite, which is which goddess gets the golden apple? That would be Aphrodite. Dionysus, known as Bacchus to the Romans, the god of wine and ecstasy, whose women worshippers annually sought communion with him in the mountains through revels or orgies. That's me? Dionysus? So my name is in Gematria. Madeline Kreger, 883, Dionysus. Friday. Artemis is Diana. Athena is Minerva. Hestia is the hearth in the temple. Those are the three virgin goddesses. Diana, Athena, and Hestia. The vulnerable goddesses is Juno or Hera, Demeter, Circe, and Persephone, the vulnerable goddesses. And then the alchemical goddess is Aphrodite. I honestly resonate a lot with Hestia as well. I do like Hestia. I like Hestia. She's cool. She doesn't have a significant other. She's the wise woman, though. Let's read about Hestia. I feel like people always skip over her. So I like her. I like to be inside my house. I like my home. Hestia. Hestia was the goddess of the hearth, or more specifically of the fire burning on a round hearth. She is least known of the Olympians. Hestia and her Roman equivalent Vesta were not represented in human form by painters or sculptors. Instead, this goddess was felt to be present in the living flame, at the center of the home, temple, and city. Hestia's symbol was a circle. Her first hearths were round, and her temples were also. Neither home nor temple were sanctified until Hestia entered. She made both places holy when she was there. Hestia was apparently a spiritually felt presence as well as a sacred fire that provided illumination, warmth, and heat for food. Hestia was the firstborn child to Rhea and Kronos. She was the oldest sister of the first generation of Olympians and maiden aunt to the second. By birthright, she was one of the 12 major Olympians, yet she could not be found on Mount Olympus, and made no protest when Dionysus, god of wine, grew in prominence and replaced her as one of the 12. Since she took no part in love affairs and wars that was so occupied by Greek mythology, she is the least known of the major Greek gods and goddesses, yet she was greatly honored, receiving the best offerings made by mortals to the gods. Hestia's brief mythology is sketched in 3 Homeric hymns. She's described as that vulnerable virgin Hestia, one of the 3 that Aphrodite is unable to subdue, persuade, seduce, or even awaken a pleasant yearning in. Aphrodite caused Poseidon, god of the sea, and Apollo, god of the sun, to fall in love with Hestia. Both wanted her, but Hestia refused them firmly, taking a great oath that she would remain forever a virgin. Then, as the hymn to Aphrodite explained, Zeus gave her a beautiful privilege instead of a wedding gift. He has her sit at the center of the house to receive the best in offerings. In all temples of the gods she is honored, and among all mortals she is a venerated goddess. The 2 Homeric hymns to Hestia are invocations inviting her into the house or temple. Rituals and worship. Unlike other gods and goddesses, Hestia was not known through her myths or representations. Instead, Hestia's significance is found in rituals, symbolized by fire, in order for a house to become a home. Hestia's presence was required. When a couple married, the bride's mother lit a torch at her own household fire and carried it before the newly married couple to their house to light their first household fire. This act consecrated the new home. After a child was born, the second Hestian ritual took place. When an infant was 5 days old, she carried around the hearth to symbolize its admission into the family. A festive, holy banquet then followed. Similarly, each Greek city-state had a common hearth with a sacred fire in the main hall. Here, guests were officially entertained, and every colony took the sacred fire with them from their home city to light the fire of the new city. Thus, whenever a new couple or new colony ventured out to establish a new home, Hestia came with them as the sacred fire, linking old home with new, perhaps symbolizing continuity and relatedness, shared consciousness, and common identity. Later in Rome, Hestia was worshipped as the goddess of Vesta. There's Vesta's sacred fire united all citizens of Rome into one family. In her temples, the sacred fire was tended by the Vestal virgins, who were required to embody the virginity and anonymity I can't say that. I can't say it. Of the goddess. In a sense, how do you say that? I just can't, it's not coming out of my mouth right. In a sense, they were human representations of the goddess. It's really bugging me. What was that? Okay. And they were living images of Hestia, transcending the sculpture or painting. The girls chosen to be Vestal virgins were taken into the temple when they were quite young, usually not 6 years old. Garbed alike, they were hair shorn as new initiates. What, whatever was distinct and individual about them submerged. They were set apart from other people, honored and expected to live like Hestia. With dire consequences, they did not remain virgin. With dire consequences, if they did not remain virgins. A Vestal virgin who had sexual relations with a man had desecrated the goddess. In punishment, she would be buried alive, entombed in small, airless underground room with light, oil, and food, and a place to sleep. The hearth above would be leveled off as if nothing there. Thus, a Vestal virgin's life, as an embodiment of Hestia's sacred flame, was snuffed out when she ceased to personify the goddesses, covered over with earth as one might extinguish smoldering coals on a hearth. Hestia was often paired with Hermes, the messenger god, known to the Romans as Mercury. He was an eloquent and crafty deity, the protector and guide of travelers, god of speech, and patron of businessmen and thieves. His early representation was a pillar-like stone called a herm. In households, the round hearth of Hestia was inside, while the phallic pillar of Hermes was at the threshold. Hestia's fire provided warmth and sanctified the home, while Hermes stood at the door to bring fertility and to keep evil out. In temples, these deities were also linked. In Rome, for example, the shrine of Mercury stood on the right of the steps leading to the temple of Vesta. Shout out to Marilyn. Hey. Oh, God. Ah. Okay, we got her over there. She's doing her thing. Oh, that's awkward. Ah. Okay. I gotta go, dude. Thus in households and temples, Hestia and Hermes were related but separated. Each served a separate, valued function into the family, the place to come home to. Hermes was the protector at the door and the guide and companion in the world, where communication, knowing one's way around, being clever, and having good luck all make a difference. Hestia, the archetype. The goddess Hestia's presence in the house and temple was central to everyday life. As an archetypal presence in a woman's personality, Hestia is similarly important, providing her with a sense of inactness and wholeness. Virgin goddess. Hestia was the oldest of 3 virgin goddesses. Unlike Artemis and Athena, she did not venture outside into the world to explore the wilderness or to establish a city. She stayed inside, house or temple, contained within the hearth. Reminds me of Howl's Moving Castle, of Calcifer. That's what it reminds me of. On the surface, anonymous, Hestia seems to have little in common with quick-to-act Artemis or with keen-minded, golden-armored Athena, yet essential, intangible qualities were shared by all 3 virgin goddesses. Oh my God. That was crazy, sorry. I have to take an allergy pill. Demons. Oh dang, we got the bookkeeper over here. That's Madonna. She watches the books. Oh, I'm hurting bad. My legs are looking big. Gotta exercise really bad. They're feeling jiggly too, because they're like, normally they're like solid and like really firm. Because they're strong. What's up? They're usually pretty strong and firm, but right now they're not feeling super strong and firm because I haven't done my squats or anything in like a few days. Surprisingly, my dad, like when I was growing up, my dad, he worked on vineyards. He's a wine guy. His name's Scott. Oh, fuck. This isn't gonna work. Give me a good card. This is not a story of boy meets girl. It's a story of soul meets soul. Greatest tale of all. Mona Lisa lied to keep Mark King from real bride of Christ and stop him from completing the book. Mark King naming her the wrong bride of Christ, making it impossible to complete book. What? Dionysus is Jesus. You didn't know that. Well, I guess. Right. You gotta be lucky. Fuck it, we're doing 2 scoops, dude. I'm never going to sleep again. Alright. Can I do more than that? Will I die? I don't want to like overdo it. This is drugs right here. This is my drugs. This is what I like to do for drugs. This is my drugs. I would drink like a Red Bull. Like those work pretty good too, but sometimes it's not enough. Because gold standard pre-workout. What's it called? What's the flavor? Blueberry lemonade on Optimum Nutrition. Fuck that, dude. Pre-workout's the best, dude. Fuck cocaine, dude. We don't need no cocaine. We got pre-workout, dude. You can buy it from the store. That shit gets you fucking going, dude. A 5-hour energy? What are you talking about, dude? Fucking talk about fucking limitless, dude. We're fucking going, dude. Pre-workout's fucking crazy, dude. Sometimes, it's not all the time. Because at first it's crazy. Drugs are bad, okay? Sorry. I don't like to be like incoherent at all. I don't like drugs because I don't like alcohol because it makes me feel incoherent. I don't like that. I don't like to be I like to have my wits, like I want something that makes me feel more present, right? I already have a difficult time being and staying present and not disassociating. That's what I struggle with, and I would like to find something that makes me feel more in my body, that makes me feel smarter, more alert, less dissociated. That's the drug I need. Alright, where are we at? Okay, maybe we should stop. It goes really in deep on Hestia. Hera. I remember my Persephone stage was really strong. Mars and Venus, they're both currently in the underworld right now, but there's going to be an eclipse. Is it? I think it's in February. Is it this February or the next February? I think it's this coming February. Is that when there's going to be an eclipse? I've got to look at the astrology. There's going to be an eclipse where Venus and Mars both are going to come out of the underground together during an eclipse. The eclipse is also happening on America's moon. Is it in a few months, I think? Or is it? I think that's when it is. Is it a full moon or is it a new moon? I don't remember. I'm going to be having my nodal return soon. Or my nodal opposition. So that means that the north node is going to be where my south node is, and the south node is going to be where our north node is. And that is when Venus and Mars are both on that day, on that eclipse. Both Venus and Mars are coming out of the underground. So maybe it's more important to read probably Aphrodite. Right? I have to get out of the things I've already conquered, the things I've already done. I don't want to just go to that one though, like kind of started as Persephone. That's the second to last one. Demeter. That's the mother, right? That's like being a mother. And the maternal instinct and being a mother. The abduction of Persephone. There's Hera. Hera's going to deal a lot with envy. The tighter you squeeze, the more that slips through your fingers. The controlling woman. The marriage and holding the marriage as... Wait, what does it say? The wife. Wait, sorry, something caught my eye. What? Okay, Hera the archetype. Hera says the goddess of marriage was revered and reviled, honored and humiliated. She, more than any other goddess, was markedly positive and negative attributes. The same is true for Hera. Wait, what? For the Hera archetype, intensely powerful force for joy, or pain in a woman's personality. The wife. Hera archetype first and foremost represents a woman's yearning to be a wife. A woman with a strong Hera archetype feels fundamentally incomplete without a partner. She is motivated by a goddess-given instinct toward marriage. Her grief at being without a mate can be as deep and wounding as her inner experience as being childless is for a woman whose strong urge is to have a baby. As a psychiatrist, I am well aware of the suffering a Hera woman feels when she has no significant man in her life. Many women have shared their private grief with me. One attorney sobbed, "I'm 39 years old and I don't have a husband, and I'm so ashamed." An attractive nurse, divorced, age 32, said mournfully, "I feel like I have a big hole in my psyche, or maybe it's a wound that never quite heals. God, I'm lonely by myself. I go out enough, I suppose, but none of the men I meet want to get serious." When a woman with a compelling need to be a mate becomes involved and committed in a relationship, most of the yearning created by the Hera archetype to be a wife is met. But she still feels a pressing desire for marriage itself. She sees the prestige, respect, and honor that marriage connotes. I don't know what I mean. For her, she wants to be recognized as Mrs. Somebody. She does not want to merely live together, even in an age when such arrangements are not stigmatized. Thus, she presses for an outer acknowledgement. She finds the big church wedding indefinitely preferable to flying to Reno or going down to City Hall. When Hera is her archetype, a bride may feel like a goddess on her wedding day. For her, impending marriage evokes the anticipation of fulfillment and completeness, which fills her with joy. This is the radiant bride, full of Hera. The current First Lady, Nancy Reagan, embodies the archetype of the wife. Mrs. Reagan made it clear that being Ronald Reagan's wife is her most important priority. When she describes the importance of her marriage, she is speaking for all women who embody Hera within a happy marriage. As far as I'm concerned, I never really lived until I met... Oh, fuck. Oh, God! That's what caught my eye. I know... It says, until I met... Oh, God! Okay. Oh, I know that this is not the popular admission these days. You are supposed to be totally independent, perhaps having your husband around as something of convenience. I cannot help the way I feel. Oh, gosh. It is my reason for being happy. Without him, I'd be quite miserable and have no real purpose or direction in life. Fucking puke, dude. I'm sorry. That makes me want to vomit, dude. Wait. Sorry. Not me. I'm not the one. Turns out, actually, I'm perfectly chill. I'm good by myself. In fact, I'm better by myself. Because I'm sorry. Why do I have these? Like, I found this book in a fucking bag by a little library in Eastlake. And this was when Neptune was crossing my ascendant. When I found this book, right? That was when I was having my spiritual awakening. There were so many crazy, like this book right here might be one of the oldest things I have. Can you see the word? Anyways. So I don't fucking know, dude. I'm good. Like, I'm good. Like, I'm just good, dude. I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm not really into it. Like, it's not that I'm not into it. Like, but like, it shows up so fucking much in my life. Like, why does it do this, dude? I don't know this person. Like, why is it like this? No. It's just weird. It makes me want to run. It makes me feel uncomfortable, and it makes me like, I will run. I'm a runner. I'm not a chaser, I'm a runner. So, I run. It makes me extremely uncomfortable. I run. Hello, what's up? I'm a runner. I don't run. I don't run. But I do run. The first group you will meet in the pages are virgin goddesses, Artemis, Athena, and Hestia. Artemis, whom the Romans called Diana, was the goddess of the hunt and moon. Her domain was the wilderness. She was the archer with unerring aim and the protector of young and all living things. Athena, known as Minerva to the Romans, was the goddess of wisdom and handicrafts, patron for her namesake city Athens, and protector of numerous heroes. She was usually portrayed wearing armor and known as the best strategist in battle. Hestia, the goddess of the hearth, the Roman goddess Vesta, was the least known of the Olympians. She was present in homes and temples at the fire in the center of the hearth. The family tree. After their victory, the three brother gods, Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades. Oh. I think Hades is hot. Sorry, I don't necessarily really find, like Jupiter's okay, I guess. Like, I'm not really so into it. I want your fucking lightning bolts. Your lightning bolts. Like, I got it. Your lightning bolts. Sorry. I am Jupiter. That's my Atmakarika. Is Jupiter. Is Jupiter. Anyways, this is a weird book. I don't know. I gotta go. This is way too long. Will I upload it? Fucking probably not. What is this? I just need to get a kink out of my back earlier. Ooh. Operation. That was a fun game, dude. What happened to that game? I'm not 7 years old anymore. That was a fun game, though, dude. Remember that game? Operation? And you had to, like, use the little tweezers to, like, get the little pieces of fucking things stuck in the little man, and you couldn't touch the sides, and the little thing would go bzzz. What is it? 6017. A16. Okay, gotta go.